BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything online sports betting. Right now, you can receive a 50% free bet of up to $250 on your first deposit to bet on anything from the Olympics to baseball to Formula One racing. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our over 150 slots games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Use promo code BLEAV for your 50% free bet credit on your first deposit up to $250. Bet online. The game starts here.
What's happening? What's happening? What it do? What up, though? Welcome back. I dropped the pom pom. I wasn't supposed to drop it yet.
Hey, you better pick that up.
I had to pick it back up. Welcome back to Tiger Talk TV. This is Band Sessions with the Boom. We are here once again. It's your boy, if you didn't know, Terrell Key, aka T Reezy.
And it's your girl Danielle, aka Don Yeezy.
And it's your boy Toby Johnson, aka Fear Styles 009.
Right. So if you have not liked the channel, followed us, you need to do so at this time. Here's the opportunity. Go to YouTube if you're watching us on YouTube, or go to YouTube. You got Tiger Talk TV. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the bell. Bing! So you can get all the notifications when we go live or we post a video, because it all helps the cause. That's I Love. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. So we are back. We are back once again. So we're here today. We are talking about the merge. The weekend was so amazing. It was so awesome. I was fortunate and lucky to link up with Toby and Danielle in person. Like, we literally were able to hit a high five on the live show. Like, boom, high five. Hey, I'm looking right at you. So the weekend was amazing. We're going to recap it. We're going to go into details of what all we experienced just for a few minutes. We're not going to take too much of your time. Toby, Danielle, what's cracking? What up, though? What it do? What it is? Shawty.
You know, it's always happy to be here. You know, back at it again with the white vans.
Man, tell me about it. I'm back home. We're back home right now.
Back home. I don't know if I like this.
Nah, I don't think I like this either, man. But it was hard to leave.
It was,
and I love home. But seeing you guys, it was great. It was great hanging out with you guys, and it just felt good.
Yeah, brought it all together.
Yep.
We were all together. We're gonna have to do it again. So the season is approaching us swiftly. The football season, band season, JSU season, cheerleader season, JSET season, everybody's season. It's like we're gonna be in the vet. It's actually happening in a few minutes. Like, not in a few minutes, but really, really, really soon. So I'm really looking forward to that. So let's get into it, y'all. So, like, the weekend, like, we were able to really, like, have some interviews, have some fun, take some pictures, run into some people. Before we get too far, y'all, we ran into Ken Clark in person. What was that? Like, literally, Ken Clark pulled up on us like, yo, Ken. So major shout out to Ken Clark. Major shout out to Zoe Phillips. Major shout out to our guy, Corey C. If it wasn't for Corey C, man, I don't even know if we would even be sitting here. Like, somebody would not have wanted us. So major shout out to them guys, man. Y'all keep up with Tiger Talk TV. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. Like, literally, we got more things coming that has not even been released yet. So anyway, shout out to the Tiger Talk TV family.
Y'all, we like 29 shows in.
Are we? I don't know. I'm losing count.
29 shows in. That's crazy.
Did you count?
No, I was just looking back and just reminiscing. The early episodes, great guests, but it's real hard for me to look at, because I feel like we've learned so much from episode to episode, and we just really conscious about giving the people what they want. but also having a good time while we doing it. So it's 29 episodes. So like, shout out.
Shout out
Tiger
to
Talk.
everybody, and
Yes.
and everybody that listens
Yes.
and views and all of the things.
Shout out to people that's commenting in the comment section on social media. We all the social platforms, all of the streaming platforms. Thank y'all.
Yep.
We try to keep up with the comments and try to get to them as quick as we can.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see what the feedback is like. Because I've been seeing some stuff and I be laughing at some of the comments. It's so crazy, man. So
the comments we get from like people that we meet in the real world too. Like,
yo, so it was crazy. So we were outside. So man, you said something. So we were outside, man. I don't know. I didn't get the lady's name, but the lady walked to us. Danielle and I, we went to the car to get. I think I had to get a microphone or something out of the car. And there was a lady. It was what?
Cap.
It was an app.
I was just saying cap.
You said app?
You get the microphone.
I had to get the microphone for her, so we was doing the live. So we saw a lady in the parking lot, and she was like, "Hey, y'all do the podcast band sessions?" We were like, "Yeah, hey, how you doing? Come give us a hug."
Yeah,
So
it was really
crazy.
sweet.
That was a cool moment. Like I wish I had got her now. I think we got a picture with her. I don't know if we did or not. I feel like I got her on my camera. I gotta upload that video. But man, the love was amazing. Like just being home, being in the AAC, just being in the parking lot was amazing, man. So like that was a whole vibe right there. So shout out to whoever that young lady was. Thank you for the love. I wish I had gotten your name so I could have shouted you out. Next time I see you,
I remember it too.
You trying to remember? She said her name. I don't remember.
I know.
I'm terrible.
You in the moment. We was in the moment.
I was in the moment. Ken Clark was out there. Danielle and Byron were out there. I was out there. We went to the car real quick, and then we was getting ready to go back in because the boom had just marched out. So we walked outside to kind of see them march toward the band hall, and then we went to the car, and then we were heading back in because we was getting stuff. So, man, shout out to our viewer. We'll just say she's a viewer. Thank you, viewer. She know who she is. Comment if you if you don't hear. Tell us your name.
So let's get into this. So how did this live broadcast come to fruition?
Oh man. So yeah, it came about because of the Road to Roses campaign that the band the Boom is currently running right now to get them to Pasadena, California for the Tournament of Roses Parade. So it started there. The idea kind of came about that maybe we could do something live. We didn't really touch on it too much until maybe a couple weeks before, a week or so, a couple weeks. It was maybe a week, right?
Yeah, it was soon.
Yeah, it was very short notice. But they confirmed that they wanted to go ahead and do it, and we just we got with Quinn at JSU TV.
Shout out Quinn.
We got with Quinn. We got with Dr. Little. And Dr. B. Rob, shout out Dr. B. Rob. She put the play together.
Top notch right there.
Yeah. Shout out Dr. B. Rob. She put the play together. And we just brought it together. Quinn was super, helpful and, just responsive, to our questions and things like that. And it came together pretty nice, I think. Seamlessly.
So let me give a little background. So a lot of people are not really in tune to what production looks like. Production when you are talking about behind the scenes. So if you ever turn on your television, you hit the remote, boom, turn the television on, and you are seeing your favorite program, your favorite news show, your favorite television show, your favorite movie. There are people behind the scenes that you do not see. They are the most important people, the most, because if they don't hit the record button on their camera, your favorite YouTubers, podcasters, stars, celebrities, people that are on film will not be seen at all. Right. So major shout out to Quinn, major shout out to JSU TV, major shout out to the JSU TV production team because they were the ones that had the lights and the mics and the cameras. We had some mics too, but they had the mics and the lights and the cameras, and they were the ones that had the logos and everything that was set up for us to actually broadcast, so we could be live in that moment right after the merge. So major shout out to the production team. So Quinn, we all got together couple of days before, and we had to send some logos, and we had to send some graphics, and we had to send a video clip, and we had to send some things in so they could post it and they can actually run it before the actual live started. So that was like, if you saw the live, there was a little video clip that was streaming. We had to put together. We as a team, we put it together to send to Quinn, and Quinn was able to upload it and then show it. Boom, and it's playing before we actually went live. Like, hey y'all, welcome. We're here on JSU TV. So shout out to the production team. So production is crazy, and then that was production. So you got pre-production and post-production. So I don't want to get too far into that. We'll get into the post-production, how we had to carry some things out, which was I was so elated and honored to carry some cameras and some lights and some cords to the cars after everything was over and everybody was gone. But shout out to JSU TV. Shout out to JSU TV, the production team behind the scenes, the people that no one sees. We see you. I see you. Now, yeah, Toby, they see you. We all see you. We know what it is. So thank you very much. All right. So we got it together. So we put it together. So we got everything set up. Boom. Let's go live. So we get to the merge.
We got to
get there. We got to come. We coming from 3 different cities and states: Florida, Georgia, Tennessee.
Florida, Georgia, Tennessee.
So Toby had to get a flight.
I had to get a flight.
Talk about that. Talk about the flight.
Be
brief. Be brief.
No, it's just
don't be brief. Don't be brief.
I'm gonna be brief because
don't be brief. Be long.
It's a 10-hour drive, so like usually when I come home with the family, we're gonna jump in that car because just flights are expensive and it just makes more sense to drive. But when it's by myself, I can just jump on the plane. Got up super duper early. I'll be transparent. Got super duper early. Like got on the plane like 5 o'clock in the morning.
What you did? You didn't tell us
that. I didn't tell you that.
No, 5 in the morning.
Yeah, it was 5 in the morning on a Friday. Like I took the day off, and I was only about 15 minutes in the flight. And people don't know, like, but I struggle. I work out. I try to eat healthy and things like that, but hereditarily, I deal with some issues with my blood pressure. So I took my blood pressure medication just like normal in the morning. And didn't eat. Got on the plane probably like 15 minutes on the flight, and I'm used to flying. I'm not afraid or anything like that. I just felt like, ooh, it's hot. I feel like I gotta throw up. And then I was thinking about selfishness. I was like, ooh, it's gonna be embarrassing if I throw up in between these two people. Let me get up and go to the bathroom. And that's going to the bathroom. Something that's never happened in my life. I fainted.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wait. You fainted
on the plane.
Where?
On the plane, in the middle. Like, is there a doctor on the plane? Like, type stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, you ain't.
How long were you?
Right, you ain't telling us this. What?
Right, you're just not telling us this.
I thought I told y'all that.
We are a week.
Okay, well, anyway,
you fainted on the plane.
So like the guy was like asking my name, and he was like, "I'm an EMT," blah blah blah. And he was like, "Okay, yeah, cool beans." And it wasn't cool beans. I was like super duper embarrassed. Like I'm on the floor in the middle, but everybody was like super duper nice. Like people giving me their neck thing, and I'm laying on the floor, and like this guy I don't know is like holding my hand, telling me it's gonna be all right. And like in my head, I'm like, I feel like it's gonna be all right, And instantly I started feeling a little bit better. And it was asking questions like, "What's your name? What year is it? Do you know where you're going? What's today's date?" I can answer all that type of thing. He asked me, "Do you have any health issues?" And I was like, "Yeah, I struggle with some blood pressures, but my medicine kind of helps contain that." And he was like, "Okay." So they checked my blood pressure. A cardiologist was on the flight as well, so he's like listening to my heart and stuff. He's like, "Oh, he sounds fine. His pulse rate is fine." My blood pressure was actually fine. So like, I really feel like I just got up too quick, and
Aren't you supposed to take those that medication with food or something?
I'm supposed to take food, but like most days I don't. But I'm not flying. I'm not in altitude and getting up quick and stuff like that. And so they get me up. I sit down, and everything was normal from there until the end of the flight. Funny note, everybody started getting up because I had a connector from Dallas. So I'm in Dallas, and everybody's getting up so they can get up and connect to their next flight. And they said, everybody, we need y'all to sit down because we got somebody that needs escorted off. And I was like, please don't be me. Please don't be me. Please don't be me.
It was you.
It was me. Guy came up there and he was like, hey, yo. He was like, do you need escorted off? I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. For real. And the lady next to me, she was like, you need to take that. You're not going to see any of us ever again. And I was like, you're right. But I'm not. So like I got off and I connected my flight and everything was fine after that. So kudos to the people on that flight that I would never see again. I probably would never watch this podcast, but like they were super duper nice. They made me feel comfortable. And I was just trying to get home, man. I was just trying to get to the Jack for this cast.
Wow. What you had to go through.
Yeah, I want to see my family and everything.
Danya, I want to talk to you. Because I don't want to talk to Toby right now.
I'm sorry.
This man had a whole medical emergency and we knew nothing about it. He literally hooked up with us on Saturday. Hey, Toby, what's up, man? You literally just fainted on the plane and you didn't even talk.
We just said, made it.
I'm here. What's up, y'all? What we doing? What?
You did make it. You did make it.
I made it.
What a journey. Okay. Well, I mean, literally, this was not supposed to be long, but listening to this story, you didn't add another 15 minutes to this because I'm tripping. Like you didn't say nothing to us about this. Like,
I'm sorry, man. My bad. I thought we talked about it.
We did not. When? Where? How? We hooked up
later on. I think when we went out to eat and thing. I thought we talked about that.
I don't recall.
Maybe you talked about it with somebody at the table, but it wasn't us.
It wasn't us. Okay.
We were at the table with like 5 or 6 other people. Somebody else.
We jumping.
Okay.
Stop. Time out. Boom.
Time out.
What was your trip like?
Now you trying to change the subject. Okay. We'll leave it on. We're going to talk about this offline because I want to hear more about this, sir.
I just feel like the comments are going to be like, you don't need to be taking no medication. You need to be on that West.
Hey, look. So here it is right here. So if you're on blood pressure medicine, no disrespect, take your food. Mm-hmm. I mean, eat your food. Take your food. Eat your food. Eat your food. Then take your medicine and do not fly. Clearly, that's not trying to be funny, but clearly flying on an empty stomach with blood pressure medicine is not the groove. It's not the move at all. Yeah. So so we learned something today. I don't take that, but Toby, man, come on, man. Don't be out here tripping, man. You on the plane laid out. You laid out in the aisle. You laid out in the
aisle, dude.
You were excited. You didn't have appetite.
I was excited. It was. I was super excited.
I got so I don't want to make light of this because this is a very serious matter. But they probably they stuck Toby up on the top where the luggage go. They said, "Look, let's put him up top, and then after everybody get off the plane, we'll bring him down." That's what they did. So you gotta, if you know, stick him up, put him up top where the luggage is. Yeah. Let everybody else get off the plane. Then we're gonna see about him.
We'll let him down. Yeah,
we'll let him down. But if you know, you gotta really know that when you get up top where the luggage is. But anyway, all right. So, Toby, man, come on, man. Gotta do better. Dude. You good? You straight?
I'm straight, man. I'm straight.
You ain't had no episodes since you've been back, right?
No, not since that happened.
So
did anything change?
Good question.
Did you make any type of adjustments, or did anything was
no. I live a healthy lifestyle for the most part. So nothing changed. Like I have my annual next week. I turn 45
next week.
You should have had you could have had a smoothie, basically. That's about it.
I was fine. I got some snacks, from some water,
muffin or something.
A smoothie.
Yeah, I got it.
Anything with some carbohydrates.
Yeah, some carbs,
All right. So fast forward. We made it. We got there. Thank God. We all made it. Danielle came from Georgia. I came from Memphis. We got in about the same time, roughly. Toby was there a day before us.
Yeah.
So when I rolled in, me personally, I got in about 2:00. I stopped by Chick-fil-A, got a grilled chicken wrap. And then I went on to the yard. I got there around 2:30. And I was super duper crunk. Like I was excited, like it was a game or something. It was crazy because there was so much going on. It was happening so fast. So I was waiting on. So I got there before y'all two got there. Then Danielle rolled up. Well, no, Toby rolled up. Then Danielle rolled up right after that. So we hooked up. We linked up. So we did some little video clips. I got some stuff on my camera. I got to upload and put together, make a little package, make a little video clip. And we went in and we enjoyed the merge. Like we walked in. Danielle was there, Toby was there. We were all there in the same section, and like that was my first merge in like 20 years.
No.
I want to say 20. Because I can't recall. I can't recall the last merge I actually went to because they usually are on a Sunday. And being out of town, you know, like if it's on a Sunday, I got to be at work on Monday. That's hard. Right. So recently they changed it to Saturday. So that's my part. I think yeah. That's me on getting there and actually experiencing the merge. So the merge was amazing. It was great to see the upperclassmen in costume. They're still doing that. That's a tradition that started a long time ago. So if you do not know, you can go back. If you go to your local YouTube channel, type in 1999 merge. I don't even know if there's one from 98.
It's a 98 one.
There's one. It's somewhere. It is. It's somewhere. But you got to find it. Like you got to type in the words. Got to be right. But like 97, 96. I don't know if there's one. I don't remember seeing one. Yeah. But if you type in the merge 1998, 1999, you'll see where the whole costumes in each section, Lord have mercy, each section with the costume, everybody's dressed up, you know, with whatever costume they want to have on. And then the freshmen come in with their crisp white tees. Crisp white tees and blue bottoms. In my white tee. Yep, in my white tee. Yep. So that was cool. That was an experience right there. All right, so now here we are. So we at the merge. We see the merge. Freshmen, upperclassmen, they play. They do an amazing job. They merge. What's next?
After they merge?
Yes.
I'm taking over the story.
Go ahead.
You can, please.
You left out some details.
What I leave out?
Yeah, like you left out some stuff. Like
okay, help me. I'm sorry. I'm
like we had like, you know.
What did we do? We took some pictures with some people.
We took some pictures with some people when we first got in. One of the things that was hilarious was like Terrell was like, so we gotta, you know, have y'all got tickets? No, Toby was like, y'all got tickets?
Oh gosh.
Terrell.
I didn't know you.
And I was like, what do you mean? Like, so Toby was like, I don't get tickets. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? So I'm like, okay, just go to, you know, see Miss Lett. Right. Terrell gets there. He's like, I'm in. We VIP. And I was like, it was just funny to me. I was like, all right, bet. Like, I didn't know about the VIP situation. You know what I mean? At all. I just thought we was just gonna slide in there.
Yeah. So okay, thank you. That was a reminder. So let me speak on that. I got there first, so I'm sorry I did leave that out. So I'm ready to purchase tickets. I'm ready to buy whatever we got to do. So since we were guests, we were special guests. We were special guests this time. We were special guests, so we were able to get in and sit down in the VIP section, which was amazing. Shout out, man. Oh gosh, I don't want to leave anybody out. Like when I walked in before y'all got there, it was mad love. Like when I tell you mad love, like I was like feeling like celebrity status.
Like they didn't check my bag, love.
They didn't. You telling it? Everybody's bag got checked except for ours. All I had was a camera. I had my camera. I had my GoPro camera, my tripod, my battery pack, some cords. That was it. That's all I had. I was like, am I going to be able to bring this in? Because it's going to go off on the metal detector. So yeah. So yes, we got in and we sat down. We were in the VIP section, which was like right in the very front. Right when you walk in, it's here. So everybody else sits to the left, to the right, and behind. We were like dead center, like right here, like boom, right there in the middle, right there receiving all of the action. So yeah, Danielle. So Danielle, you set that up. And I didn't know it, right? Go on, tell me.
I know it is.
Danielle set it up. Come on, Danielle, go ahead. You set it up, right? Yes.
Yeah.
See, You didn't
I
even
mean,
tell us. We looking crazy. I'm looking crazy.
I don't think, I don't want to sound like ignorant when I say this, but we've been doing this. When we talked about it earlier, we've done like 29 episodes over almost 2 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And what we do is when we do this is just fun.
Yeah.
Like I look forward to it when we put a date in our calendar and we get a guest and we're like, okay, we're gonna do this right here. We look forward to it. It's just like hanging with your friends virtually. You sitting back, you talking, you having conversations. Most times we having a couple of drinks, whatever, and we just just vibing off of each other and whoever we bring on. So it's really just fun. And all three of us were in different cities. We're not in Jackson. So when we when these episodes drop, when Corey dropped these episodes, is other than it drop, and then our interactions in the comments and when we post them, that's all we really have from it. So interacting with real people, it really doesn't seem real what we're doing because it's just fun. So for us to come together, yeah, when I go somewhere, when I go to an event, I gotta buy a ticket. So like I'm
You're
going
right.
to merge.
You got
Like,
buy a ticket.
hey, I guess I gotta buy a ticket. We don't look at it like
What do we pay?
we're
Take cash?
bringing
Right.
information to people, and it's an important, like, it's for the cause. I don't think of myself as an important person or a VIP. I should be sitting to the left or the right of it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like it's crazy, because it's fun. It
Right.
doesn't feel like work.
Yeah.
Even though all three of us are bringing different aspects of what we do to this on a daily basis,
Yeah.
but it's fun. No, it didn't.
Correct.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. I mean, and then you're like sitting in the room by yourself, and it's just, and then after it's over, you go and do what you were about, continue on with the rest of the evening. So yeah, it does feel like something that's, like you're saying, not that it's not real, just like surreal. It's like,
Yeah.
like that's the first time it felt real to me. Like we're pushing content out that people can relate to. Was going to the merge because it was like, oh, we was having conversations with people, and then we were seeing people that I hadn't seen in years. Shout out Maurice Bailey, like somebody that was like
Maurice.
extremely important to me in my life, like early on, like just in a connection with deep conversations and things like that. I hadn't seen him in years. So when I saw Maurice for the first time in 20 years, it just felt like, oh, brother. Like, and there was a lot of other people that we can talk about also, like, but like that one just sticks out right now. Maurice Bailey, like, just stuck out because I hadn't seen him in years, and to hug, embrace, and have small conversation, reconnect. It's just important.
Yeah, it is, and I think that's a big part of the merge itself. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a couple of merges when you think about it.
Yeah.
You got the first one and the last one,
Right.
First and the last.
So I think we all agree that the merge was great. They came together. They played, Tiger San Pedro. We've talked about Tiger San Pedro.
I was so hyped. I was so hyped.
Tripping, right?
And I think we were the hypest three in the ACC.
We had to be
when they played. We look at each other like, we were talking about that when we on that unconventional Sonic Boom Tune episode. And we were like Tiger San Pedro, and we're up there talking. We're like, oh yeah, that's groovy, and we looking at sections. We talking about stuff like, hey, the Piccolos, they crunk. Trumpets, they gonna get it again this year. They gonna give it to them.
Right.
WT, they are mellow. We going through looking at the J says, what's a salt and pepper? Like, we didn't know what that was.
That's so interesting to me that y'all did not know what salt and pepper was. Y'all were like, what is that they're talking about? I was like, yeah, it's their standard merch.
All right, so since you brought that up, y'all are a mess. Since you brought it up, we got to be transparent. We got to be transparent. So salt and pepper is Danielle. What is salt and pepper? So for the people that don't know what salt and pepper is,
as I know it, right?
okay,
Just
great.
as I know it,
Mhm.
it's the standard. It's the JSET standard march. Yes. So what you see them doing, going up the ramp, is the salt and pepper.
And that's what it's called. So there
Yes.
are 1,000,008 people that do not know that that's the name of that. So it's so much history.
Yeah.
It's so much history to learn. Like you have to
We're
know
still
these
learning.
types of things. It's called the salt and pepper. So when you see the JSETs coming into the vet, walking, marching, coming up the ramp, they are doing what's called salt and pepper.
Get ready. That's what they're doing right out the gate.
Right out, straight up salt and pepper. So the thing was they didn't do the salt and pepper. That's what the argument is amongst a few people that know what salt and pepper is. Is that
They're
true?
doing the salt and pepper, as far as I know. I saw some comments on it.
Right. Okay. So all right. So people that have been so what I've read, some people say they didn't do the salt and pepper. They did it. You just missed it, and it's okay that you may have missed it, but it's tradition. And guess what? It's still band camp. It's still literally it is band camp right now. Like the freshmen and the upperclassmen just merged. Tomorrow will be 1 week. They just merged.
Yeah.
So there's so much time to work on things. And shout out to all of the critics, shout out to all of the bloggers, shout out to all of the YouTubers and the people with the camcorders. No,
There's a lot of
they
them.
they don't say camcorder
A lot of
anymore.
press, a lot of media,
A lot of press, a lot of media, cameras. Shout out to everybody that's putting out content. Man, it's so much stuff to get, and the season hasn't even started yet, guys. Like, don't hang your hat on what you saw at the merge. It's going to quadruple by 1,000,000 in 1 week. From then, one week they've already done more than what they did when the merge happened. When the merge happened 1 week past the merge, they've done 1,000,000 things. So it's going to be so much to see when the actual season starts. So shout out to all of the bloggers, shout out to all the guys with the cameras, shout out to all of the people with the phones, like everybody that's creating.
It's work, man. It's work.
It's so much more. I'm sure y'all know this. That's why y'all are out there with the cameras. And I'm no disrespect at all, but man, that's greatness. You should capture that. Like if you got a camera, if you have a camera, turn your camera on, record that, and share that with the world. Share that with your people, with your friends, with your followers.
Art, man. It's art.
Because there's no other school like the Sonny Boom, like Jackson State University, and there's no other band like Sonny Boom. All right. Moving on. What else happened? We got a few more minutes. So the merge happened. We saw the boom. We saw the boom get together, and they marched out.
And the freshmen sounded amazing, though. Let's talk about that. It was amazing. Like they sounded great.
They sound great.
So the freshmen sounded amazing after
by themselves
3 weeks. No, that was at 3 weeks of band camp. 2
weeks.
I thought Dr. Rod. Did Dr. Rod say he added a week? I thought I could be wrong. No.
Yes, so you're correct. 3 weeks.
It's 3 weeks. You're right.
You're right. But the merge took place. Was that week 3 or was this last week 3?
I think I don't know. I feel like the freshmen had 1 extra week.
Right.
And then the upperclassmen only had 2 weeks. So it was 3 weeks for the freshmen.
Right. And 2 for
semantics. This for the short time. They sounded
still was short. These jokers, they've been kicking it all summer long. They ain't been practicing on their horns. Y'all know what's up. Come on now. You been to get home.
They've been playing with Georgia Mass Band. They've been playing with
Memphis Mass Band. Yep. New Orleans.
They came back, like New Orleans. They've been playing. But you got to retrain that because they were sounding like their prospective bands. But we got to get that back. We got to get back to the Sonic Boom of the South.
Got to get it back. So it's crazy. So they the freshmen sounded amazing, and I was really, really impressed how and I think I said this when we did our live with JSU TV. I think I mentioned how I was impressed that the freshmen were really like together. Like they were ready. Like they were ready for war. You know, Doc always
Mm-hmm.
talk about it being war. They were ready for war. They had their funk faces on. They literally were. They were like they sounded great.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they actually merged with the upperclassmen, just the whole ensemble sounded amazing. And I was
Yeah.
very, very impressed. And it once again, this is still band camp. It's still band camp. School hasn't started yet.
Yep.
It's still band camp.
Can I
So
I'm sorry. Can I say, like, because of the podcast and the people that we've interviewed, we've had Dr. Lewis Liddell, we've had Dr. Magruder, we've had Kevin Johnson, we've had Dr. Rod on, right?
Lowell.
We had Lowell, and I was going there. We had
Mhm.
Lowell on as well, right? Knowing what they put into the program, knowing the work that they've done, knowing the, the arrangements that they've written and how they go about writing those arrangements, it sound and it felt so much better when I heard the boom at the merge, knowing all the work that's been put into this product. And it's not just from the past 3 weeks. We talking about years and years and years for this product to be in front of us. So you can hear and you can see everybody's place into the program. So it was, to me, I know that I have not paid attention to all of these moving parts
You
Yeah.
haven't.
in real life.
Now you have. Now
Now
you have.
somebody's giving me this history, and I've paid attention. Like, and I was up there talking like, ooh, tubas, like, ooh, trombone,
Yeah.
ooh, trumpets, like, ooh, like I keep going back to trumpets and piccolos, like it was like, ooh, like, you hear that mellophone part. It just feels different now because you know what the person who arranged it was thinking at that moment. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. The appreciation has grown for this program because we got the history behind it now.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. When you put it together like that, like you said, it makes it more relative, or like maybe that much more special.
Ownership.
Yeah.
I got a question.
Oh.
What you got? What you do?
Yeah, I got a question.
Man, here you go with this off guard. You always hit us with this. Come on with it. I don't know if I'm ready or not. Let's go.
I'm with it.
The live. We were
hoodied up.
We were pulling people when we were doing the merge. We're like, okay, this will be a good person.
Oh. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No. I want you to do this. We were pulling people. Who were the people that we pulled at the last minute?
Shout out. So we're up there and the band is doing Rock the House. And I look back and Maurice Gibson, his kids, were there doing Rock the House.
They dancing. they like.
And I was like, they was doing it correctly. I was like, hey, we got to get them.
We need you cheering.
We need you cheering.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
Shout out.
Maurice Gibson children. We had the two boys. They both they're drummers and one is a singer, right?
Yeah,
okay.
We got them on the show.
Right.
We saw another W. I'm already calling Maurice kids WG.
Wait a minute.
Another WT. Oha. We had Oha.
Clifton Murray.
Yep.
Clifton
Murray. Who else we had?
We had Coy Owens.
Yep.
Coy Owens. T-Coy. Well, Coy Owens. And we had Mr. Byron Joseph, our
awesome
drum major favorite. So we randomly we got to the merge and we were like, okay, we need to get some people to interview. Who we gonna get? Well, let's just see who shows up to the merge. And it was like, oh, there go Oha. Oha, you want to get on? Sure, cool. Coy, you want to be on the show? Okay, I'll be on the show. Cool. All right, Byron, guess what? We need you on the show. What? Yeah, you're on the show. Huh?
Yeah, it wasn't that easy, but
It was not that easy.
no, it wasn't that easy.
I'm trying to be. I'm trying to be.
It wasn't that easy.
It wasn't that easy.
Because we had to pull some teeth out of Byron's head. Feel like, look, man, we need you.
And we're gonna get Byron back on because I feel like we short him because we were running out of time.
A little prelim, that's all.
Yeah, that was just a little pre. Yeah. We're gonna get Byron back. I said that on the show. Yeah. So we did that. We did the live, and the live was amazing. Like it was impromptu. We had no script. All we had was we're gonna interview her, these two little boys, him and him, and that was it. And once again, shout out to JSU TV. We were upstairs on the second floor in the Hall of Fame room in the AAC. Who knew there was a Hall of Fame room? I feel embarrassed to say this. I never knew that there was a Hall of Fame room. But you walk in and there are all of these nostalgic pictures of Hall of Famers from years and years and years.
It's nostalgic up in there.
It's crazy. Like the pictures are all in black and white. It was an amazing. It's very nostalgic, man. Like you walk in, you're like, wait a minute, am I supposed to be in here? I feel like I need to have some type of athletic accolade or some sort
proudness up in this.
Yeah, something to be in this room, you know. So that was a vibe right there. So the live was great. So the live was cool. We joked a little bit. We had a great time, man. It's like the lights were on, the cameras were on. Man, once again, shout out JSU TV because they literally made us look amazing. And as I go back and I've watched that video a few times now.
Yeah.
And man, I'm very, very proud of JSU TV. Shout out to JSU TV. If y'all are not following JSU TV on social media,
go ahead and follow.
Go to JSU TV. It's JSU TV. Follow JSU TV. Keep up with JSU TV. Donate to that, you know, so they can continue to push out content because they've streamed a lot of games, basketball, football, softball, like everything JSU is doing sports wise or whatever, even if it's not just sports, JSU TV is covering it. You know, they got all the equipment to make it happen. So shout out to those guys out there.
So when we fast forward, right? So we did some post production. I won't fast forward through we were in there. We were rolling up cords. We're packing stuff up. We getting stuff in cars. But
that's the post production right there. Come on.
We did all that. You know, we were part of the crew. It felt good. We get out of there. We hungry. You know, and also like you guys had an opportunity. We had an opportunity to go hang out with Dr. Rod. I didn't go because Kevin had left, and I wanted to hang out with Kevin. So Kevin and I, we just hanging in the parking lot at the ACC. We talking, waiting on you guys to do what you guys got to do. And then at the end, we all kind of like came back together and we decided to go eat. And it's like we're going to Flowwood. So we went to this place called where did we go?
Half Shell.
We got some drinks first at this Mexican restaurant. And then we walked across at Half Shell, but Half Shell, like they didn't have any seats. And so like, we got to give a shout out to the manager at Half Shell, who's a JSU alum, boom, drum major, Mr. Ira Vaughn. Shout out to Ira Vaughn because he got us a table of like, we had like 10 in our party.
We did something like that. And Ira Vaughn was also on the show. If you have not seen Ira Vaughn's episode, if you go to YouTube or any of these platforms that we have, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, if you type in Ira Vaughn, the episode that we did with him on Band Session with the Boom, it'll come right up. It's like the second video I did it today because I was sharing it with somebody. Yep. Just type in Ira Vaughn. So Ira Vaughn is the manager at Half Shell, and so we were able to get in. Keep going. Sorry.
And so we get there. They're like, "No, you can't sit. We have no room." It felt like a Forrest Gump scene, you know, seats taken.
Can't sit here.
Can't sit here, you know. And I think Byron, he was with us. Shout out Byron. He reached out. You know, they got that drum major connection.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy. It's a cult.
And the next thing we know, it was like, hey, 20 minutes. You know, I was like, okay, you know. So we got in. We got to eat. We mixed some food together, and it was a beautiful evening. It was probably my favorite part of the event was being able to sit there. And just shout out Coy was there, myself, D, Terrell, Oha came through. Kevin was eating with us. Kevin Johnson, one of the directors, and then Carl came through later, and we just sit there. And one of the most beautiful moments, we were sitting there talking. So who else?
Who else?
Us three.
Yeah, us three. Yes,
he named us. That's six. We missing somebody. Are we missing somebody? No.
Maybe it was just six of us then.
It was just six.
Okay.
It
felt bigger, but but when we were sitting there talking, I think Byram asked a question. He asked a question of name a song that started with just vocal. Yeah. And he said, he was like, "Baby, I'm Ready" by Levert. He was like Gerald Levert. He was like, "Ooh." Yeah. And then everybody started throwing songs out. And then
I started yet.
Right. And then I threw a song out. I was like question out. I was like, name the last album that you listened to from beginning to end. And these are not conversations that you can just have with like random people that you work with, new friendships and things like that. And I have never hung out with Byram. I've hung out with Oha. I've never hung out with Decoy. I've never hung out but it was home, the friendship home where it's just comfortable and you talking about things that you mutually have in common and that you enjoy doing, and the things that you do on your own, but you didn't know anybody else had that in common. And it just felt like home. Carl was there and everything. So it was just a beautiful moment that we all got to share. And, we talked about some boom stuff and we talked about some arrangements and we talked about other things, but we just talked about life, like where we were and our kids and anything, we just talked about life. And it was a beautiful moment and it was relaxing. And I think that's part of the culture. I think that's what kind of brings us all together. The boom brings us together. The boom is the family, right? Yeah. But what we were having as a boom family was our Sunday dinner, and and that connection and that joy and that uplifting that almost kind of felt like how, like going back to Mecca.
It wasn't football. It was like going to Golden Corral.
Yeah, it was like going to Golden Corral,
Oha was there.
Yeah, we said Oha. Or did I say Oha?
We didn't say him. That's
okay. Oha
was there. That was seven. Sorry.
And we talking about the albums and that we have, the vinyls, and it was just a great time. Like, did not want to leave. But we had to leave.
We had to leave because they were literally cleaning up. They were putting, you put the chairs on top of the table, face down.
No one else was coming in that building.
Yeah. It was over with, and we were the only ones in there. We're like, wait, I think it's time for us to go.
Yeah, it was us. They did not tell us to leave.
They didn't. So shout out to
Halfshed and Flowood. Mississippi right there. Yeah. That's so Mississippi.
Like, so Mississippi. They were like, look, we're gonna keep on cleaning, but they having a good time.
Don't trip.
Right.
Don't trip.
Right. Yeah. And it just felt so good. So I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you passing out. We appreciate you passing out on the.
No, man.
Love you too.
It was
right, and not telling us.
We appreciate you passing. Right, appreciate you for not telling us.
You saved it for the cameras, Kobe.
Huh?
I said you saved it for the cameras. I can't believe.
I did not say that. I felt like I told you.
You didn't tell any of us this, man. What are you talking about? I'm literally like, what? You did what? Because think about it. We got about 2 more minutes. Think about it. When you got to us, or when we all got together, it was go mode. Like, okay, boom, it's happening. Let's do this. We're here. Let's do this.
True.
Take a picture. Sit down. Merge is happening. Get up. Go upstairs. Do the live. 1 hour live. Go interview Dr. Rod. After Dr. Rod, go eat. And it was midnight. Nothing stopped. It never stopped from the time we got
That's why I crashed last night.
Oh, I said
why you crashed last night?
Because I I have not really like
haven't
gotten an
really
opportunity to sleep in.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
Since
been go
like 2
mode, like you
weeks.
said,
So like
since Saturday. It's been go mode.
Soon as we check out right here, gone. Go.
Yep.
Knock it out.
But yeah, it was a great time. It was literally a turnaround trip for each of us for the most part. It was dope. I enjoy all of our guests. We ended up having dinner with pretty much all of our guests except the Gibson boys.
Yeah, right. They had to go home and get
Gibson
to bed.
boys.
They had to go get to bed.
Yeah, past their bedtime, I'm sure. But it was awesome, just hanging out with our friends who happened to be our special guests on the live. We appreciate everybody that's tuned in, to the live and that's tuned in thus far. We had a good time, and it was literally impromptu.
Yeah.
Like we really just popped up on them.
I asked two things.
Right.
Actually, two things. Like, guys, share this with a friend. Like, if you're at the barbershop or anything like that, or you're at the beautician, if you hanging out with some Boom people, hey, have you watched the podcast, the band session with the Boom podcast? And they say no, go ahead, go onto your phone right then and find your favorite episode and copy that thing and share it to them and just say, hey, just airdrop it. I'm a Droid Nation. I think it's a way we could do that. But go ahead and airdrop that thing to them. And also, like the Tournament of Rose parade, make sure you donate. You can go to www.jsums.edu/roses.
Good job, brother. Yay.
He
did it
again. www.jsums.edu/roses.
My God.
Like Kanye, we the roses, roses. Go ahead and donate 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40
thousand.
dollars. Whatever. Nothing's too small, nothing's too big. Make sure you donate that. Like I said, share the content that we're doing as well, because we are having a blast doing this.
Yeah.
And it's an honor for us to be doing it, because we all love, and everybody that we talked about, everybody that we had dinner with that night, everybody that came on the pod, everybody that didn't, even like Dr. B-Rod, everybody that we talked to, they love Jackson State University. They love the Sonic Boom of the South. Yeah. Like love, like they for real. And I think sometimes we can be extremely critical of what the kids are doing. So there's three things. The third thing I think that we should do, like, hold back on our being critics of the students, because they're doing the best that they can do. The directors are pushing them to the extent they're working extremely hard. They're going to get criticism from people outside of JSU. They shouldn't get that from us.
Yeah,
that's me. That's me talking right now. I hope everybody agree, but like, we need to be kind on the Facebooks. We need to be kind in the message boards. We need to be kind, like, on the Instagrams, on the YouTubes. If we have a problem, let's go say that in person. Hey, this is a better way to do this. This is a better way to do this sticking. I need to be here. We don't need to be putting that stuff out there because it looks like infighting. And we just need to chill on that, because they going through a lot. I mean, especially at JSETs, the body shaming, the image, all that type of stuff. That stuff should not be coming from us.
Yeah,
we need to be loving them. We need to be supporting them. We need to be making sure that we taking care of them. And everything that come out of our mouth, everything that comes from our fingers, tips, is positive.
Yeah, it's always love the Boom, baby.
Yes, it's always love it. Just like I tell my kids at school, if it's not kind, if it's not necessary, don't say it. If it's not kind, if it's not necessary, don't post it. Now, we can eat everybody else alive.
Oh yeah, of course. Why not?
Eat. Take care of them. That's protection. Now, this ain't kind. This ain't necessary. Sid.
All good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So that's it. That's us. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening to us. Have a dialogue, have a conversation. You know, we want to keep this going on. We want to keep this conversation going as the season approaches us. Thank y'all for all of the comments. Thank you all for the feedback. Thank you all for the text messages directly to our phones, because some of y'all have our phone numbers.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for the inbox messages. Thank y'all for the emails. Man, just shout out Tiger Talk TV. Shout out to Ken Clark. Shout out to Zoe Phillips. Shout out to Corey, the Corey C. Shout out Danielle. Shout out Toby. You know, that shout them out. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking.
We Tiger Talk too now, man.
We Tiger Talk, but I mean, I'm talking, so I gotta shout everybody out. That's the part. You know what I'm saying? Shout out me. Look, I want to
Shout
thank
out to
me.
Rare Key, T.
Look,
Reezy.
let me do it. I want to thank me for supporting me. I want to thank me for loving me. No, I'm just kidding. Snoop Dogg said that somewhere. Right. So but that's it, y'all. We logging off. We'll be back again. So we got more stuff coming down the pipeline. We got some shows that have not been dropped yet. We got some more things coming. We got some new things coming. Just keep up with us. Keep following us. Make sure y'all like the page, subscribe to the page, subscribe to the channel, click the bell. Follow us. Keep up with us. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. It's your boy, Terrell Key, a.k.a. T. Reezy.
It's your girl, Danielle, aka Don Yeezy.
It's your boy, Toby Johnson, aka Furious Styles.
And we are Band Sessions with the Boom. This is Tiger Talk TV. We are signing off. This is it. Until next time, because there will be a next time, the good Lord willing. See y'all.
Love the Boom.
Love the Boom, baby.
Love the Boom.
Tiger Talk TV is presented by Bet Online.